Hey guys, Attorney Warren Markowitz here, just bringing you an update on the events surrounding our friend Todd Engel. Many of you that have been with us since the very beginning, since the trial time, know that Todd's struggle for freedom, for his freedom, and for what he believes in has been very difficult. The trial involving the Tier 3 defendants ended in a conviction of only two, Todd and Gregory Brolison. Todd, as you're aware, is now suffering under conviction and is waiting to do 14 years in USP Lompoc or wherever the Bureau of Prisons decides to put him. During that period of time, we filed the notice of appeal after the sentencing, and then, of course, after the amended sentencing involving his restitution. Between that time and now, which is approximately 6 months, if not more, the federal government chose to appeal its matter and a dismissal of the Bundy case under the Tier 1 defendants. They submitted their stuff in February, it got bounced, and they resubmitted it again in March. Over that period of time, I've been working countless hours to try and put together Todd's appeal. We've succeeded, well, at least in this step. We've charted a course for 3 issues that are going to be used to deal with overturning the conviction or at the very least reducing Todd's sentence. The matter is very simple. We're challenging the restitution because $1.6 million for a $1 million issue is beyond ridiculous, especially when the challenge that was raised in the sentencing issue and in restitution matters involved the use of salaries. In short, they want Todd to pay for the very people that we've paid for through our tax dollars to do a job they chose not to do. It's an argument, it's necessary, it needs to be raised, and it's legitimate. We also brought arguments under the 6th Amendment involving his right to the assistance of counsel and his self-representation and the revocation thereof. And then finally, the Brady violations. The what's good for the goose is what is good for the gander argument stands. The matters that were discovered in Tier 1 are applicable to Tier 3. We brought that with a motion for a new trial that was dismissed by the court on the day of sentencing. We've raised those 3 issues. All of those issues have the potential of putting Todd home. The goal is to get him home. Sooner rather than later, but to get him home. In the end, if the court grants us at least one of these, we may result in a new trial, or it might simply result in him going where he belongs, to his family. It's very complicated, it is very time-consuming, and it is very exciting from here on in. So, here's what I'd like you to do. If you're interested in reading it, here's the document. You'll find it at the links below. It's in a separate folder. I did not print out, I am not submitting to you in this document here the 1,000 pages of support material that were submitted to the court. They are available for download. They are the motions, they are the transcripts, they are the issues and supporting materials that are necessary for the excerpt of record. Also, the process is going to move along as follows. Within the next week, we need to submit 7 copies of the brief and 4 copies of the excerpts of record as per the court's order this morning. So please, I'm asking you, it's been a costly experience all this way. Please donate to the support of the legal expenses. The link is below. It's at the end of this video. It is greatly appreciated. But here's the best part. The government has until May 20th. Again, the court order here. May 20th, 2019 to respond. And then 21 days later, we have an opportunity to reply if deemed necessary. So by June 10th, if all goes according to calendar and all goes according to plan, we'll be waiting to hear when our oral arguments will take place. My guess, somewhere around November to December of this year. After that, if we're victorious, Todd could be home by April, if maybe May. So, in this Easter season and this Passover season, for those of you who celebrate, I hope you had a good time with your families. And this is a time of rebirth. This is a time of renewal. This is a time of freedom. So, on behalf of Todd Engel, this is Attorney Warren Markowitz, saying thanks to you for all your support and asking you to dig a little deeper just for a little bit longer. Have a good day. Bye-bye.